Welcome back. I'm Tyler, you're watching Scarfing Scarves, and welcome to the 7th installment of Last Week Lolita News. At the top of the segment, Angelic Pretty finally caught a break with the latest sellout of the Wrapping Cherry series. The fact that the most expensive piece is a glorified moo-moo doesn't seem to have stalled the blood spilled over obtaining it, and one has to wonder at the ethics of hiring a drunken 5-year-old to write out the brand's name. The Sober Penmen's Union is reportedly upset at the hiring of drunken children over one of their members, and protests are expected to continue until Angelic Pretty answers for their crimes against the written word. Surveys say it's still more dignified than Cherish My Juicy Cherry. Moving on to social news, popular Facebook group Ruffle Chat Uncensored kicked off Friday the 13th in style as shots were fired at their members by the admin of anti-bullying group Frilly Free For All. The spat began with the admin reacting to the supposed harassment of a friend in the traditional format of a long-winded Facebook rant, and faltered from the expletive-ridden screed just long enough to designate Ruffle Chat Uncensored as the haven for bullying bitches. Calling her members skinny-ass bitch Lolitas didn't seem to register as inappropriate for an anti-bullying leader, and after news broke that their group was being dragged through the mud, Ruffle Chat Uncensored responded in the only way they know how. 50 screen caps and sodium levels that would kill a full-grown man. 5 seconds of internet time later, and 4chan had the image that started it all. Oh, for the love of God. The photo was apparently taken to get concrete. People pointed out the naked human hanging around the upper right corner, and the poster deleted the photo out of embarrassment before careening towards the admin to report her terrible mistreatment at the hands of people who have eyes. The admin flipped like a pancake, Ruffle Chat Uncensored got slapped across the face in the process, and all of this could have been avoided if people would just check their pictures for random naked people before posting them to the internet. Moving on to news that won't ruin your perception of flesh-colored pillows, Lolitas got together for reasons outside of ripping each other apart in an attempt to create a group dedicated to those poor souls that have to put up with them. The Facebook group goes under the name Living with the Frills, and outside of a space to complain about the lace-obsessed demons they have to contend with, the new group offers a place for all Lolita partners to discuss tips and tricks on living with someone who dresses like a Disney cease and desist order waiting to happen. Advice on how to tie waist ties, take the perfect photograph, and tricks on posing her as if she wasn't born a retarded pigeon are potentially relevant topics. And surveys say that of the 5 members who've joined so far, at least a fifth of them aren't currently wondering why for the love of God their partner forced them to commune with random strangers on the internet. Reports say it's only a matter of time before they begin playing D&D. As that about wraps up the week, we return to that website everyone loves to hate in a bit called What If Lace Market. The premise is simple. I browse here, find something that confuses, disturbs, or makes me question the whole of humanity, and you benefit from the dark marks it leaves on my soul. So, without further ado, let's get this going. What the fuck is that? Oh no. So cute! Wait a minute. All right, enough of that. Overlooking the at least 70 cute code violations this fluffer is currently involved in, there comes a point in life where we all have to accept certain truths. You need to accept that this alpaca is fancier than you will ever be, and that only those who have the means may possess the glorious bonnet of quiet triumph that tops its head. It's only 120 USD, and you do far better to invest in this than whatever garbage you were going to toss into that dark, lonely hole you call an abode. This bonnet will not fill the gaping chasm within your soul, but at least you can go to your grave telling your grandchildren you tried. It's what Paka-sama would have wanted. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for watching Last Week Lolita News, and be sure to tune in next week when we tackle the tough questions like, no really, are you in a play? Is this horse dead yet? And should you or should you not pepper spray the next Nimrod who lifts up your skirt, beat them with a lead-lined parasol, and bury them in the nearest creek? More on whether or not I'll help you hide the remains next time on Last Week Lolita News. This has been Tyler, you've been watching Scarfing Scarves, and I'll catch you next time.